有最宽的肩膀，扛得住誓言不改变。当强烈的信念让命运都无言，浪漫成了特权。狂喜狂悲公布是盛宴，誓言当花火的壮烈，是无悔的经典。哦，不忧伤的爱是深爱，像无形的存在，却无处不在，维持爱的伤害，愿所爱。安然横渡心海，一朝放了感情，一生挂怀。最无私的深爱是绝不忧伤的爱。
Do you know what's sad? She has love in her past, while I don't have anything at all. Hey there. How is she?
Well, she's stable for now.
Xiaozhu.
I know you don't like her.
A woman becomes a fool when she's in love. How are you and Cheng Tianyou doing? Not too bad. Well, at least now, I can finally talk to him with a more peaceful mind. That's enough for me.
And what about Ginger? Babo said, even if Xiaowu died, she'd still love him. Xiaozhu is the same. She's obsessed with him too. Clearly, true love is far stronger than death. You love me, and I love you back. Nothing can separate us.
Even death can't separate us.
Tianyou, tell me, what would you do if I died?
I would live my life to the fullest.
Then do you want to know what I would do if you died? Honestly, I don't know.
Jiang Sheng, if I die before you, you have to keep on living.
for both of us.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You know what? I'm so glad that you're finally all right. It's wonderful, isn't it? Am I right?
Don't be reckless again, is that clear?
I won't.
Go drive the car.
Huh? I'll wait for you downstairs.
Hello, Tianyou?
Jiang Sheng.
What happened to you?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just... I miss you. I want to see you right now. How about we go on a vacation?
Vacation? All right. I'll go wherever you want to go.
Okay. I'll book the tickets.
Oh, I'm so tired. We're finally back home and I really need to rest now.
Then, you should just stay home next time.
Oh, no way! You should take me to more places. Next time.
Okay.
Tianyou, Mr. Chung just got back from Hong Kong.
Grandpa, why'd he come back?
He seems to be in a bad mood. Be extra careful.
Relax. Let's go. See you.
Grandpa didn't accept the gifts we brought him. I'm afraid he's still unwilling to accept me, isn't he?
Grandpa's old. He can be a little stubborn.
Hey, could it be because I haven't been able to have a baby all this time?
You're being silly. Don't ever say that.
But then...
In terms of parents, husbands and wives, children or friends, it's fate that truly brings us together. So, I guess I've used up all my luck to find you. So you're everything I have.
The Sichuan Group is under investigation for manipulating share prices. Its business partners are all implicated. Their co-investor of the Southwest Tourism Real Estate, the Shifeng Group, reached the decline limit shortly after opening.
Many of our funds have now been frozen. Over half of our working funds were invested in this project. At this rate, if the stock price keeps plunging, there will be many consequences. Even our family's properties will get affected. Brother, I'm sorry, I really shouldn't have rushed it.
It's okay. Things like these are very common in business. You'll get used to it eventually. And in every project, there are always problems, either big or small ones.
But right now, we're running out of cash. What should we do to deal with that?
Calm down. We'll figure it out together.
Mr. Chung, are you all right?
How could he let that kind of thing happen? And what do we do now? What is Cheng Tianyou doing to the company?
Mr. Chung? Mr. Chung! Mr. Chung!
Grandpa? The doctor said your blood pressure was high. You really have to stay calm. Would you give us a minute, please?
Okay. I'll leave you two alone, Grandpa. I hope you rest well.
If it hadn't been for her, then you wouldn't have left Shifeng. If you hadn't left, things wouldn't have ended up this way. Where's Jianen?
I let him go back to work today.
How is he?
He just woke up, but he's much stable now.
Good, I'm relieved. Oh, Tianyou. Well, you know, what happened isn't a small matter. Over the past week, share prices fell by 8%. We need more money to keep the company running, but now the bank refuses to loan us more money. Some of our investors plan to withdraw. Multiple projects are being shut down, and the situation worsens. Other shareholders might, you know? Besides, after this, the board agreed to remove Tianyou from his executive position and let you take over.
The board is being too rash, Uncle Su.
My hands are tied. I wanted to give him a chance, but the other board members wouldn't let me.
Well, Uncle Su, Please put in a good word for us. Our company still owns many high-quality assets. Tianyu and I will try to convince the bank and the investors.
I can only give you just one more week at best, Tianyou. And during this time, if you still can't come up with a solution, I can't help anymore.
I understand.
Also, if you can, go over to the company yourself. If the board sees you, they may start to feel less worried. Then I can buy you some more time. The Shifeng Group is in a financial crisis and the news has gone viral. Their investors have lost faith in them, and their share price has tumbled. The shareholders are discouraged. If this continues, Shifeng Group will crash.
Then I want you to gather enough funds. We have to help the Chungs get through the crisis.
Yes, sir. I will handle it now.
Tianyou, Liang Sheng has gathered some funds to help aid the financial crisis, in case you need it in the days to come.
You told him to do that?
Oh no, I didn't tell him. He called me and offered some help.
Okay, I see. You're doing okay, right?
Mm-hmm. Grandpa's sick. I've been busy taking care of him.
You must be tired.
You know, it seems like Grandpa still hasn't warmed up to me. It's like he's been keeping his distance from me.
Jiang Sheng, you're a nice girl. Just don't worry about it. I'm sure that Grandpa only acts like that because he doesn't know you well. I think you should treat him just like how you would treat our own parents. He'll be moved by you in no time. I don't think anyone can give the cold shoulder to those who care about them, right?
Yes, of course. Don't worry about it. I assure you that he's just as good as I am. Yes. Yes, just trust him with it. There'll be no problems. I'm sorry. It's completely my fault. Yes, of course. You can just deduct the fine from the fee I will receive this month. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not like I'm giving it up forever. After Grandpa gets better, I can just continue with it.
But your client is mad at you. Won't that affect your reputation?
You've given up everything for me. Compared to your sacrifice, this is nothing.
I'm so lucky to have you.
Grandpa, I made some congee for you.
Where is Nanny Liu?
Give it to me. You may leave now.
Okay.
Doctor, how is he?
Well, don't worry, it's nothing serious. Right now he has a fever because of the inflammation. I've added some supplement solution in his IV drip for the time being, and I'll prescribe some other medicine for him. Mr. Chung will recover soon. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. Let me show you out.
Oh, there's no need. You just take good care of him.
Yes, thank you.
All
Goodbye,
right.
Doctor.
Uncle Chen, you've already been here all day. And you should go rest for today. I'll stay with Grandpa tonight.
Okay. I'll take your shift tomorrow then. Remember, after this is empty, you have to refill the IV.
Yes, okay.
Can you remove the needle?
Yes, I used to do it for my brother. When Mama and Papa were sick, my brother and I were still in college, and we couldn't be with them. That's the thing I regret most in my life. And now that I have the chance to take care of Grandpa, I can't help but feel lucky and thankful. Cherish the ones you love, and don't hesitate to show your love to them while you still can.
Go take a nap.
I'm all right. I'll go rest after Uncle Chin comes.
I'm going to get Aunt Leo.
No, you don't have to. Just go to work already. Go on, I'll be fine. Hurry up.
All of these properties are our high-quality assets. They've been making profits and...
Director Wang, do you still have concerns?
Well, honestly speaking, our cooperation with you has always been good. And normally, there's no need for the scrutiny. However, the size of the loan you're asking for is extremely large, so...
The pledge we're offering is just as large as the loan we have. Because of that, our company is currently facing more risks than your bank at the moment. You've probably heard the rumor going around lately about our company, but think about it, Director. If what they said were true, that we're about to crash, would we really pledge so many valuable assets to get a loan?
I know you have faith in the Shifang Group, Mr. Chung, and I know you wouldn't risk the future of your company. However...
No matter what, I'll somehow get the loan. In one way or another. Either from your bank or somewhere else.
Please calm down, sir. Look, how about I discuss this with my superiors, and then I will call you back tomorrow.
Okay. Looking forward to it.
Brother, I really thought that after these last few days I've been mature enough to handle this. As it turns out, I still have so much to learn.
You just lack experience. You're still unable to tell who is good and who is bad. This can't be taught, and only by experiencing it will you be able to learn and grow up fast. Also, it's the best way to gain experience. No business school in the world can teach you that. I'm aware that this is a huge challenge when it takes its toll, mentally and professionally. But once you get through this stage, I'm sure you will master it.
I always feel like a kid in front of you, you know, brother?
Acknowledging your weakness is the first step of growth. And this is part of it. Relax, I'm here for you.
You're awake.
Thank you so much for staying up all night.
I just came. It was Jiang Sheng who was here, keeping you company. Are you hungry? Here's some congee. Here. She asked Aunt Leo to cook it. She was afraid that you wouldn't like hers. The food doesn't really matter, but the thought behind it.
Grandpa, can you tell me what these are?
These are some stocks and bonds to review. I know the company is in crisis now. You can use these in case of emergency.
Grandpa, I can't. I can't take these.
I just want you to keep them close to you. In case you would ever need them.
These are all assets with room for appreciation. I think you should keep them. As long as I'm here, I will never let our family assets be sold to others. Here.
I'm really proud of you, Tianyou. Most of our family members aren't afraid of anything. You're even more determined than I was before. You have my full support. Just do what you have to do.
I'll go to the kitchen to see if lunch is ready to be served.
My grandsons Tianyou and Tianen seem to be busy lately.
They're very busy with work. Tianyou said that after this incident, Tianen has become a more mature person. Liang Sheng's helped him a lot too.
That's good news. I'm glad to hear that. Brothers should help each other, in good and bad times. I finally have nothing more to worry about in the company. Tell me, how have you been lately?
Oh, I'm doing fine, Grandpa.
You have to eat more. Seriously. My granddaughter-in-law can't be thin as a rail. Don't worry about me. You may go and leave now.
Okay, Grandpa.
Thank you so much for helping us when we most needed it. Without their high-quality assets, the bank wouldn't have loaned us the money that easily. Thank you. You don't have to thank me. You're behaving like I'm not a member of the Chung family. Of course you are. All right, next time, I won't say thank you. I almost forgot. It came at the right time. These are the stocks of your company that I bought. I've signed the agreement. I just need you to sign, then you can have them. Don't you forget about what you just said to me. Fine. That's done. When was the last time you went home? Come back with me today. Yes. Okay. I understand.
What's wrong?
Thank you.
Promise me not to cry before reading any of this. By the time you read this letter I write to you, I must have left in peace without any pain. You don't have to be sad for me. I'm quite old. Sooner or later, I'll have to pass away. That's the reason why I've decided to write this letter to you now, while I still have the time and energy to do it. You know, I really don't want to say goodbye to you here. If I do that, it'll be far too cliché. So I think I'll just leave that part out. Here I've left some things for you to have. Those aren't for you to remember me by. You shouldn't just let these things sit somewhere and collect dust. You have to make good use of these things now. All these toys right here have been locked in this box for the longest time. I was about to organize them when you came in. Look.
I couldn't even read back then.
Oh, you could read a few. You were quite a smart kid, you know. Look. The Tale of the Evil Witch. You have to make sure that my cooking skills and even my knitting skills must be passed down to your children, or I will never rest in peace. I think that's about all I've got to say. And now it's time. It's time for me to leave, all right?
I remember I got this when I first joined the science fair back in grade school. And I remember Grandpa didn't show up. I was so upset. I tore up the certificate. Nana didn't say anything. She just took me back home, and she baked me a cake. She said to me, winning the prize wasn't for the others to see, but to make ourselves happy.
Back then, before we even met, whenever I saw her, she'd tell me about a young man she'd call her grandson. Every time she mentioned you, her eyes were filled with joy.
She was always like that. In her whole life, she had always been busy, taking care of me and our family. She always put herself last. She may not be educated, but her perception of life was very wise and insightful. I always used to think that she'd sit here, waiting at home for me, to play chess and eat desserts with her. And now she's gone. I feel like there's a big empty place in my heart.
I felt the same way when Mama and Papa left us. Later on, I gradually realized that we'd all go through this phase. And that's why I've told myself to always cherish the people we love while they're still here on Earth. Then someday when we leave, we'll have no regrets. Don't worry. I'm sure Grandma left in peace. Because she knew that we all loved her. And we'd never forget her.
Liu Sheng passed away? When did that happen? No wonder lately. Tianyou seemed very upset.
She died a few days ago. Tianyou practically grew up with Liu Sheng. I'm sure her death has become a huge blow to him. He'll feel like that for a while. Fortunately, Liu Sheng passed away in peace, without any pain.
Our Chung family are her closest relatives. You have to make sure she's buried properly.
Don't worry, sir. Tianyou has already arranged everything.
I'm a couple of years older than her, you know. It makes me think there really isn't much time left for me either.
Don't say things like that, sir.
I'm not afraid of death. It's an inevitable part of the life we have anyway. The rich and the poor, the king and the beggar, all of us. We'll all die, and either be burned to ashes or buried underground. Death is the end of everything. And there is nothing you can do about it. What I really want is to leave this world with no regrets and no worries.
Well, Nobody's perfect. We all have regrets. You have been through good and hard times. You have done good things, and also bad ones. You have a successful career, and a happy family. And most people aren't as lucky as you. So what regrets do you still have?
In this family, you're the only person who has any idea how to properly comfort me.
You know, you should come out into the sun more. You should try to get some fresh air in your lungs. You shouldn't always stay inside. A friend I met online once said to me, "Nobody knows how long it'll take for an iceberg to melt into water." Now that I finally made it, I won't let you be cold again.
I remember you used to say you wanted to see the iceberg.
How did you know that?
I'll take you somewhere.
You mean you knew long before? All this time you knew I was Elf?
Well, yeah. I knew all along.